What most people know about electric cars is that they're good for the environment because they put off less emissions than normal vehicles or diesel vehicles. They have other advantages as well, like being quiet and quick, and they also drive very smooth. They're easy to recharge at home, and it's cheaper to operate them since you don't need fuel. What you don't really ever hear about these cars, and I didn't even know till right when I started this project, is that they might not actually be as good for the environment as we think. Some issues include the process of making the batteries for the cars. The batteries are made burning dirty fossil fuels that cause climate issues. It also takes a lot longer to make electric cars, and disposing of the batteries is environmentally hazardous. They also have other concerns with them. With the metals that they use in the cars, they say it could be from dirty mines.
Let me ask you, you've been driving one of these, like I said, for the last couple of weeks. What's it like?
You know, it's really interesting. It's kind of like when you turn it on, you get this little musical tone, like turning on a computer. It's silent as you pull away. But I've been driving the Leaf for 2 months. It's very peppy, and so is the Volt.
Yeah, now this idea for electric cars, it's not something new. It's been around for 50 or 60 years, but why now? Is it just because of the price of gas and because we want to be a greener society? I mean,
that's part of it. Really two main things. First is the battery technology has finally gotten to the point where it's being practical. They have the necessary range. The other is political. The federal government is really behind this technology and offering those hefty tax rebates.
Yeah. I read that
A lot of governments are encouraging the change to electric cars to help aid in hitting the national target to lower greenhouse gas emissions and pollution levels. What they are not paying attention to is how the cars are charged and how they are made. So what actually sparked me to do this project was this picture. And I thought he was crazy, and I didn't believe him at first, but this is actually what inspired the project. Once I started looking into it, I noticed why it's true. Because of the complex batteries, it takes almost double the amount of time to produce an electric car. Also, if you are charging the car with dirty power sources that burn coal or natural gas to produce the power, it's causing more pollution and greenhouse gases to go into the environment. If you are getting the power from cleaner sources like wind, solar, or hydro, the environment. There is also lots of controversy about the disposal of the batteries of electric cars. Right now, scientists are working on a way to give the batteries a second life, but if they cannot do that, there will be major issues when it comes to disposing the batteries. You have to know what kind of energy you are getting. In one article, I found that most people are charging their cars at night. This is a problem because the greenest energy is actually generated during the day when solar power is working. It also depends on where you are driving the car. In the U.S., we do have sources of cleaner energy, but in places like China, coal is the largest power source. This is not good for the environment because it isn't helping fix what the electric car is meant to fix. A good place to use the electric cars is California. They have lots of clean sources of energy there. When you look further than emissions, you can see that they use high-performing metals on the cars and also lithium in the batteries. A lot of times, the metals they use come from environmentally destructive mines. So the final question is, are electric cars actually as good for the environment as we think? No. Electric cars have more downfalls to them than people actually know about. They are advertised to be the answer to all of our problems for emissions from cars, but they do have some other issues that you need to know about before you make your decision on whether